Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is the second part of the update video. They have leaked what the next update is going to be and everything about it. So, let's get right into it, shall we? The first thing that they will add is a new battle pass, street style, basically part 2 of the old street style, and the old one is also coming back, so you can get all the street style skins. Now, the new street style skins are for Tyra and for Seris. This is not Eevee, sadly, even though, in my opinion, all of Eevee's skins except the normal one are kinda shit. And Seris has enough skins, but okay, she's getting a new skin. Now, a important thing. Map updates, not much to say. Water's Gate and Jaguar Falls got some bug fixes. And Dawnforge got these boxes removed with actual stairs. Now you don't have to waste time jumping up, you can just run up. And this little lamp just for additional light. That's more or less it for the maps. Now aim assist. Aim assist has gotten reduced its maximum magnetism by 20%, and it got added to all of these characters. I have no idea why not all the characters already have this, but okay. I don't know. I thought all of them had it. I mean, I play on mouse and keyboard, so I wouldn't really know. And 25% maximum magnetism has been increased for Koga, Talus, Tyra, Viktor and Vivian. Now, let's get into the most important part, in my opinion, the champions. So, the first champion they updated was Azaan. Azaan got some minor buffs. All of his abilities got their cooldown decreased by 1 second. So basically just more ability uptime and 250 more HP. And his talent is still getting reworked, but they switched from Persistence to Eternal, which is a much better choice since Persistence is usable and Eternal basically shoots you in the foot because it decreases your damage output for something that you more or less already have, right? The second thing is Betty La Bomba. Her talent Gotta Bounce had a movement speed penalty that has been removed because it was stupid. Now, Bomb King, his Poppy Bomb got reclassified as a movement ability, which means you can cripple him and he can't escape. Now, in my opinion, I don't really know if it should be classified as a movement ability, because like it should be, but it shouldn't be. It is a movement ability, but it's technically a bomb, not like he's skedaddling away with his feet, right? So I don't know if you can really cripple an explosive, just you know what I mean. Now Caspian is not getting a talent rework, but he's everywhere at once got a buff, in my opinion. So the cooldown is affected by cooldown reduction cards and just other things that reduce the cooldown, but instead of 5 seconds, it's 8 seconds. This is, in my opinion, much better because you can get below 5 seconds now. So yeah, more movement. Also, he gives Caspian 1 additional charge of deadly momentum. So now he has 3. That's real movement ability. Let's just hope that this won't lead to something like V2. I mean 7. Yeah, 7. I keep on calling him V. Okay, excuse me. Now, it also heals him for 200 after hitting an enemy while he is dashing. The spin part doesn't heal you. If you hit someone with the spin part, it doesn't heal you for 200. But it no longer grants momentum stacks. So it's a trade, but in my opinion, he's just gonna be everywhere at once. So, move on. Cassie finally got her poison removed from her blast shot, which is a lot of people have been having problem with that. But in my opinion, I've been practicing some characters that I don't usually play. One of them was Cassie, and yeah, Cassie is very strong. We're gonna need more nerfs for her, I at least think. And I should have probably put her in S tier when I made my tier list. Now Corvus gotten something that people were asking for a very long time. His ultimate Entropic Breach, yeah, okay. I don't know how to pronounce that. I think it's a Tropic Bridge. Now doesn't only deal damage, but it also heals allies for the same amount of damage it deals to the enemy. So now it's something that it's not just a damage tool, but it's basically a large field effect technically that buffs you, that heals your allies and damages your enemies. So put that on the point and your tank is gonna live longer and theirs gonna live less. That's more or less it. Now Grover's Blossom got a buff. No, yeah, a buff. Oops. So great. Since he's giving his healing talent remove, this is a very good thing, but I think it's still gonna need more buffing because I think it's still kinda shit. Also his Whirlwind, the ultimate, got a movement speed, so it's basically like a Grok ult, but it doesn't damage the enemy. This was made so in the late game when Cauterize is at 90%, his ultimate will still do something, because at a late game it's basically less 10% of that healing is not gonna do anything, because Groover, when he's ulting right, he can't do anything else. So yeah, great buff. Now new talent, Wisp of Sylvanus. Blossom's passive aura now provides 50 movement speed to replace a random bloom. Yeah, this is great. Basically, we're gonna have a speed Groover now. We're still gonna have like the 4 wine one, but now he's gonna have movement speed, so yay, great. Now, Gentle Breeze now also affects Groover. I think this is for the movement speed card. I am not really sure. Kasumi, general, increases base movement speed, so I don't really know how this will affect her, because she's not really a speedy character, though she has a talent that increases her movement speed. We'll see how this goes. Let's just hope she's not gonna be zooming around too much. Ability Spirit Trap. Now, basically, the change was that Spirit Traps are more invisible, because right now, if you can see this trap a mile away and you can just walk around or destroy it. Now they're gonna be much harder to spot because the reveal distance has been decreased, but the damage has been also increased for 100, which is great. The traps are gonna be more effective. And Savage Stare, 10% more for every stack the enemy of curse the enemy has. This is 50% more damage on Savage Tear. Here we come, Kasumi Burst meta. Let's hope this doesn't get too bad. Now Kinessa. The weapon, Sniper Rifle, decreases charge rate from basically a minor buff. And talents, Crystal and Battery. One thing that the previous one that was announced, the battery, the mine actually damaged you, so you get a damage buff and a jump boost, but you take damage, so that has been removed and actually heals you for the amount the mine would normally do damage off. So 25 damage every 0.2 seconds is now 25 healing, and provides 100% increased jump height, and Carbon Mode gains 15% damage while supercharged. So yeah, basically you can build a peak spot more effectively, that's the point. And new default deck, okay. Now Koga, this might be a little bit of a controversial change, at least for me. The first thing is Koga has now his all adrenaline junkie in his base kit. Every 100 damage regains 1 stamina bar, which I am not really sure how this works, because I can guarantee you that he does definitely more than 100 damage when he gets a new stamina bar. I have no idea how this works, but it's basically a little bit of a weaker version of the previous adrenaline junkie. But the regen has been decreased from 9 to 6 per second. So you're gonna have to be more active if you want to get your stamina back, which is a good balance. Like you won't be just able to hide behind and get your energy stamina as quickly back as previously. You'll have to do something for it. Now weapon, Hellkite Claws. Each subsequent pierce now deals 30% less damage, minimum of 200. Yeah, I don't know if you watched that short of mine, I'll put it up on the screen. But yeah, that's not gonna be able, you're not gonna be able to put that one up anymore, which is kind of sad because I really enjoy that. Well, I mean, it's still better than before it had spears, but now I'm not going to be able to 1v5 anymore. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I had like 3 1v5s with Koga. It was technically against noobs, and I have no video proof of it, so let's just move on. Dragon Stance no longer has a movement speed bonus. Reduces the time to enter Dragon Stance from 4 to 5 seconds, let's just say that, to 0.222 seconds. Now this might seem like a great thing, but Swift Hands is getting changed, so this actually might, no, it's 0.01 second. It's not gonna be that much of a change, because I was thinking when I read this the first time that it might fuck up my muscle memory for Dragon Fangs, but I really hope that doesn't happen, because that's gonna be problematic. The same thing was done for when you exit Dragon Stance. Oh yeah, here it's instead of 4.2, it's okay, no, 0.01 seconds, not gonna do much. Highly probably, I hope so. Now, the new talent, Bullet Time, supercharges your reflexes after using Shadow Step, increases your fire rate and movement speed by 20% for 2 seconds, replaces Adrenaline Junkie. This is much more balanced than the previous one we saw. This one has 20% for 2 seconds instead of 30% for 4 seconds, and it doesn't increase your reload speed. This still seems strong in my opinion, because attack speed and buffing damage is just can be very risky. It can be very risky, so I really hope this doesn't fuck up Koga. Now cards, Swift Hands, instead of decreasing the time it takes to switch, it now gives you 15% movement speed while you are in Dragon Stance at level 5. So basically the passive of Dragon Stance has been replaced with this card. This card is kind of weak. In my opinion, should be upgraded to at least 20, but okay. Okay, this is nothing important. This is basically for like pre-made builds, but all of the pre-made builds are shit, so doesn't matter. Lilith, general increases build health, so her HP got increased. Swarm duration is increased by a little bit, and blood cost was reduced. Deathwings, blood cost, and cards, reward Curse of Accord, default deck. Oh yeah, okay. So Curse of Accord, Blood Hexes allies ignore damage resistances up to 10%, heal an extra 250 health when a Blood Hexed ally eliminates an enemy. So this is basically a pocket. It's basically a pocket. You get some healing and they can ignore damage resistances. So basically they can like ignore armor plating and arcane warding, I think. So yeah, this is interesting. But 10% seems a little bit weird. A little bit of a weird number, because you may have no use of this 10%, especially because veteran is now more popular than armor plating. So I don't know, we'll see about that. You know what would be interesting if this decreases like 100% damage resistance, like Ash's ultimate. I doubt they did that, but it would be interesting to see that. Maelstrom of Carnage, bolt carnage reduces 25 to 40%, increases radius bonus from... I don't really know too much about Lilith, so I don't know if this was a big change or a small change. Seems kinda excessive. We'll see. Meave, Street Justice, now provides 20% increased ultimate charge rate. This is very good because Maeve's new Street Justice talent is a ultimate talent, but it technically provides the least amount of ultimate charge because the other two give you more damage and this one just gives you damage when you have an ult. So this is a great change. It actually gives you the most ultimate charge of all of them, so yeah, great. Mending Spirits reduces the cooldown forgiveness of missing targets from basically forgiveness for misclicking. And Nyx, this is also one good thing because when Nyx activated her royal presence and you got poisoned, I think the poison remained on you for like 3 seconds after you exited or something like that. Basically it no longer lingers after you exited, but its potency has been increased. Sorry, I had to make a quick break. My mouth is getting really dry and I'm a little bit sick, so I'm really trying to communicate what I'm trying to say here. So yeah, let's move on to Octavia. I do not like this change. I really don't like this one. So Marksman Rifle increases minimum hipfire accuracy. Basically her accuracy when she is not scoped in has been buffed. And issues okay. There's nothing. And abilities. Now Commanding Leap basically has the normal, I think the talent was called Hell on High Water, yes. Commander's Leap now just has that. Normally it provides 250 insta healing and 25 every 0.15 seconds to yourself and allies within. Rally point lasts 1.5 seconds. So basically she's becoming more of a support damage dealer, so that's great because she's supposed to be something like that. And Distortion Field reduces the cooldown from 18 to 16 seconds. Allies have 300 increased jump height when initiated from within the dome. I have no idea what that means. I suppose when they're inside the dome they have 300 increased jump height. And enemies within also have their air speed reduced by 15%. What are you gonna do with this thing? Jesus Christ. I have no idea what they're cooking here, but I guess we'll see. Cards. Got Your 6 increases the duration of Commanding Sleep rally point by 0.25 seconds per tier. So let me do a little bit of math. That is 1 second and 25.25 seconds. At level 5 replaces Clean Shot. I have no idea which one is that. For operating base, allies within Distortion Field now have 4% crowd control reduction. Jesus Christ. You see what I'm talking about? My mouth is just getting blurred. So 20% at level 5. Okay, this is support. Yeah, she's becoming a support, which is great. Now this talent, I do not like this one. Can now float up to 4 seconds, gain 50% air control and deals 10% bonus weapon damage while in Commanding Leap. So I suppose that she won't be stationary when she's in Commander's Leap anymore. And this of course replaces Hell on High Water. Wait, wasn't there a... yeah, 10% bonus weapon damage. The most annoying part of Octavia is her insane damage on her rifle. And you're giving her bonus damage? Sheesh, I don't think I like this one. Ruckus. Now this is also a great change. Abilities. Advanced now can be fired while stationary to boost upward. It doesn't require for you to play aerial assault. You can do this on all the other talents, which means Rocket Barrage, I think it's called. I have no idea. Basically, the second talent's maybe gonna get a little bit more playtime now, as well as Flux Generator, but Flux Generator has had its shield decreased by 500 HP. Not that big of a deal, but I feel like Flux Generator is his weakest talent, but fine, I don't really care. Now Seris Internal Torment. Update description to state that she reveals the target to her team. I have no idea, I don't play her. Forsake cooldown reduces from 3 seconds to 1.5 seconds. So, oh yeah, this is above, so she has more uptime on her heal now. Yeah, great. This is just a buff that will put her more into the meta because she is absolutely out of the meta right now. And Strix weapon, Talon Rifle, now ignores up to 10% of Tyr's damage resistance when fired from stealth. Again, ignoring damage resistances, I don't think this is a new thing. I don't remember anyone else having this before this change. Roost increases charge rate bonus from 10 to 13% per 30% per level. Yeah, Roost was shit. I watched Andrew Chicken's video and was really shit. Basically, it was a card to give you stealth back, but it increases the recharge rate basically. But it did so little for so little amount of time that, yeah, great thing. They buffed it 3 times, so hopefully it will be good enough now. And Crackshot got a buff. Pistol no longer fires 40% slower. I have no idea why talents like Crackshot and Unerring on Vatu aren't the first talents, because Crackshot gives you more accuracy on your pistol and I think your Talon Rifle, and basically Unerring gives you like homing. I feel like these talents should be the first talents you get because they're like most friendly to beginners, so this is just a little bit confusing to me. I don't really play these characters, so I wouldn't know. Now V get a great change. Now Burst Mode got some minor changes, I'm not gonna go over that. This is the main thing. Grappling Hook decreases range from 140 to 110 units, increases cooldown, blah blah blah. Increases pull strength from this to this. Now this might seem horrible, but they are removing his terror. Now it gives you 50 shields per level for 4 seconds after activating Grappling Hook with a 5-second cooldown. The talents hasn't changed, it's still basically a glorified Lex ult removing overcharge. I still think spring-footed or something. His third talent should be removed, not overcharge, because overcharge is the most. Okay, no, the second most interesting one. Okay. I mean, if someone really asked for this, then go ahead. Talus got some little debuff for his weapon. Numerous shots because basically accuracy. His accuracy has been decreased on multiple levels. And Vatu, his damage finally got decreased. He has a little bit of a fire rate buff and reduces reload and post reload from these numbers. I think this is supposed to be like a reload animation cancel. I am not really sure what this means. Abilities dash removes DR. Why the fuck did he have DR? I have no idea. Talents enveloping shadow now reduces the cooldown by 3%. So it's not like a cooldown decreased burst, but it's like little by little. So there won't be no cooldown anymore. But every single one just decreases by 3%, which meaning that if you hit 3 kunai, it will reward you with 9% cooldown reduction, which is great. Now, Viktor. Burst mode, basically more accuracy. There have been a lot of changes for accuracy and camera shake, I guess. Now Vora. Her tendril now has 2 charges in its base, which is totally fine in my opinion. Its cooldown has been increased, fair. But now the new talents. Parasitic Pull, it's gonna need some buffs. The damage has been buffed, just like I suggested. Surely they copied it off of me. But she still doesn't have enough tendril cards that she could apply to others. 2 cards is not gonna be that big of a deal. She has damage reduction and shields. We'll see. But yeah, this is a interesting playstyle. I'm very happy to experiment with it. But Eclipsed Affection, I am very unpleased with this. Basically, cooldown reduction for obliteration and 100 additional damage when you have all the darkness stacks when you use obliterate. Replaces deafening silence. I'd rather just keep deafening silence. I think there is still a way you can play Eclipsed Affection that would be something I can make a video on. But yeah, it's gonna be completely different than how you play Deafening Silence, which is sad because I really enjoyed it. Basically, instead of you silencing them before you start attacking, you're just gonna use it to get your ult charge now, because you have much more of it. Yeah, decreases the cooldown by 2 seconds and 50% after earning an elimination. So yeah, I think this is just gonna be a ult playstyle now. It's the closest thing to an ult playstyle. Yeah, this has been changed. Now Willo, the last champion in the change, is her slow falling basically. Androxus's passive that she received is getting some minor nerfs, I think. Basically, she will be able to completely float for 4 seconds, then she will slowly start falling more and more, just like Androxus has. No, she doesn't levitate, it's 90% gravity reduction, then 75. So yeah, the same as Androxus has. And Blast Flower, this is a great change because Blast Flower could get really scary. From 4 stacks to 3 stacks, I don't know how much damage that is, but I think it's about 100 per shot. So yeah, great change. I really like this. So yeah, this is definitely much better than what was in the previous leak, though I still don't like Eclipsed Affection. Everything else looks decent, very, very good. A lot of positive changes, though I have no idea why there are so many changes for accuracy and just shit like that. Thank you for watching. Check out my new video that is about Sati's unique playstyle, the basically invisible sky that drops bombs on your face. Yeah, it's pretty fun. Go check that out. And of course you can check out my Omen video as well. And yeah, I'm working on a new one. I'm going to record the next one today after I'm done with this. And yeah, like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.